والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we send our salutations and greetings to our beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. I greet you with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings be upon you all. Thank you for attending webinar 5. We have had a string of webinars in the last few weeks, and alhamdulillah, I've been getting good feedback from many of our prospective pilgrims, inshallah ta'ala, and I hope it has been invaluable, the information that we are sharing with you, bearing in mind that there's a lot of information still to come. And I can appreciate that sometimes it can be a lot of information, and that's why we're kind of breaking it down and giving information as and when needed. So where are we now? First and foremost, there are some, in fact, many prospective pilgrims who have joined our Telegram group in the last few weeks, and would like to begin by just doing a short recap, inshallah ta'ala. So we're going to go through a few things. So first thing is understanding nusuk. And secondly, just a quick few minutes for those who have already attended our webinars. We ask for your patience for a few minutes, and then we'll get into some interesting information. And also we have some guests from Mecca al-Mukarramah. So inshallah, you'll be meeting them very shortly. Then we'll be talking about the updated Hajj booking timelines, which was announced a couple of days ago. Or just before, and also updated tentative packages and some dates that many people are asking about in regards to packages. And then we'll have the extended, or inshallah, Q&A. We are aiming to keep our webinar short and concise, inshallah, today. Sometimes we have gone over. We apologize for that, but we appreciate that many questions, and answering your questions will help others. And this is why people have found it beneficial. So hold up, and inshallah, we'll try and finish on time today, bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So first and foremost, welcome to ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum, to a warm welcome to those who have joined new. Just to inform you again, and just to remind us all, how do we book Hajj? What's the process? The new process since 2023 is for Western pilgrims and many countries around the world, is that the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah themselves manage the whole process and the booking. So prospective pilgrims book packages through an online platform, as you all know, which is Nusuk. And Hajj packages are organized by Saudi service providers. So Saudi companies, large companies who have the power and the ability and the strength to be able to deliver a seamless Hajj, inshallah ta'ala, they, after going through rigorous processes through the Ministry of Hajj, they then produce packages and work with the Ministry of Hajj in delivering the Hajj to pilgrims, alongside us, who we are. Just to introduce to you, obviously, those who are new today, we are Hasan Travel. We have been established since 1993, walillahi alhamd, and my father was the founder and is the CEO of the company, and we have been delivering Hajj for a long time, walillahi alhamd. So we have partnered with service providers to deliver the Hajj, inshallah ta'ala, to the best of our ability, to assist and guide pilgrims, to be murshids, what we know as murshids, guides, inshallah ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept it from us and from all of those involved, inshallah ta'ala. Also, just to bear in mind, I've had some questions today on the telephone. We've been on the phone pretty much 24 hours. If anyone hasn't been able to get through to us, sincere apologies. The lines are busy, but do call us. Don't feel that you're disturbing us. Keep trying and get through to us, or leave a message and we'll get back to you, inshallah. So any questions you have, even after these webinars, you're more than welcome to ask. It's not an issue. and that's what we're here for. So one of the questions that was posed was that uh, there are some companies, perhaps we're hearing, that are sort of offering to book the package for you, and actually they're not supposed to, or it's not the correct way or the official way or line to book the package for you. You must book the package yourself. We're here to assist you. We don't collect any payments, and none of our services we don't charge for. So all of this is for assisting you, and we have partnered with those Saudi companies as a form of us reaching out to you and helping you choose the right package, and also um, be those guides that will assist you and accompany you, or be in our you can be in our company and we can assist you, and inshallah ta'ala help host the Hajj for you. You are the guests of Allah, you are the wafd of Allah, and it is an honor and a sharaf for us to be in this position, to be able to guide pilgrims for such a long time. Walillahi alhamd, may Allah accept it from us. So some of these companies, they have been selected, right, by the Saudi service providers to ensure that this journey is smooth. And the correct URL, I have to bring this up again, is hajj.nusuk.sa. Very simply, hajj.nusuk.sa. It is not the app that you see, the Umrah app that we use to book our Rawda and our Umrah slots. No, it's the hajj.nusuk.sa. You type it into your browser and you'll find that website. I know many of you are already registering. Some of you are still yet to be verified. But again, just to recap, those who are joining today, the first thing you need to do is go to hajj.nusuk.sa. There's still plenty of time. Then register with Hasan Travel. And that's our URL, our website, hasantravel.com/Hajj 2025. That way we are able to assist you and guide you, and we are informed with your booking and with your information, so that we can match that with the Nusuk booking, and we're able to assist you and guide you throughout pre-Hajj and throughout Hajj, inshallah ta'ala, till you return home. So join the Telegram channel. I repeat again, I appreciate that WhatsApp, many of you are used to, but Telegram is much more secure and it's the best way to go for Hajj. So download Telegram and join the Telegram channel for Hasan Travel for Hajj 2025, inshallah ta'ala. So here's a QR code for the Telegram, and you've got the QR code to register with us. So moving into the interesting part today, alhamdulillah, I want to say first and foremost, it is an honor to have our official partner, Seera Group Holding, which is a part of Al Musafir and Mawasim. Now, I have been working, we as Hasan Travel have been working with Saudi companies for a long time, alhamdulillah, and we're aware of, and we're actually honored to be partnered with this company. This is a very large company, very well known in Saudi Arabia. In fact, it's the largest travel agency company in Saudi Arabia, and perhaps even in the Middle East. They have an online portal called Al Musafir, where you can book flights and hotels, and most part of the Middle East, they use this platform. So they have a very strong team in the travel background and hospitality. So this is Brother Muhtadi and Ghazi and some of our the team meeting in the Hajj Expo in partnership with the brothers and the team from Seera Group Holding. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it a successful Hajj, and I'll talk about success inshallah in a moment. But perhaps I can talk about it now. Last year, the best Hajj service provider for last year for Hajj 2024, which is 1445 after Hijri, went to the Jaiza, and the prize went to, first prize went to Seera Group Holding. So Alf Mabruk and congratulations to Seera Holding Company. They got the highest grade from all the service providers, subhanallah, and we're actually privileged to be working with them this year. And as some of you already know who've traveled with us before, many of you have also already traveled with us. We would like to work on pilgrim satisfaction, and we want to ensure that every pilgrim comes back as part of the Hasan family, as part of our, you know, that interaction, that Hajj that we do, and standing in Arafat and performing our rituals becomes a form of us being connected for the rest of our lives. And that has been the case for many, many years, walillahi alhamd. And so, subhanallah, when two good entities, inshallah, genuine entities who want to serve the pilgrims of Allah come together, we only make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After the efforts and after the asbab and the reasoning and the cause, we put our trust in Allah to deliver and to be able to serve the pilgrims of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this year, inshallah. So that's my dua, and yeah, so this is they achieved, alhamdulillah, 90.6%. There were three companies who came 1, 2, and 3. And of that first came Seera Holding this year, and it was announced just in the Hajj Expo. Alhamdulillah. So they came first category. On your left-hand side here is Brother Sharif Bawazir, and I'm just going to actually introduce you, and maybe he's here today, and we're honored to have him today. Mr. Sharif Bawazir is the Director of Operations of Seera Group Holding. Very professional person, and very a nice person that I've met, and I'm honored to know. So I'd like to first ask him to say a few words for Al-Akh Sharif. حياكم الله، أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم، ونرحب بكم، وإن شاء الله نتمنى أن يكون هذه السنة حج إن شاء الله حجا مبرورا، وحج مقبولا ومثمرا إن شاء الله. فليتفضل مشكورا. تفضل.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Yeah,
just a few words to those who are watching, and those pilgrims inshallah who are planning to.
Did you see me now? I am in video.
I will show you now. I will switch it on now. You can switch it on. Yes, we can see you.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for having me. Actually, I would like to speak in Arabic, and if you Sheikh translate it, because I would like to say some word in Arabic. إن شاء الله. السلام عليكم. يعني أول مرحبا بالجميع. جزاكم الله خير for استضافتنا. أنا يعني ما أتمناه الآن هو التركيز من الحجاج جميعا في عملية الإعداد للتسجيل والحج والدعاء. أهم شيء الدعاء، إنه إن شاء الله ربي يكتب لهم الحج، لأنه الحج هذا فضل وما يتم إلا بفضل الله وبالدعاء بإذن الله. فالواحد يقوم بالأفعال اللي هي التجهيزات والإعدادات والاستعدادات، ويكثر من الدعاء، وإن شاء الله نحن بانتظارهم بإذن الله. بمجرد إن شاء الله ما يسجلوا وتكتمل أمورهم، نحن بإذن الله بانتظارهم إلى إن شاء الله ما يتم حجهم على أكمل وجه. شكرا، ويا ريت بالله الترجم لهم. جزاك الله خير. شكرا.
Allah يبارك فيك. Allah يبارك فيك. So just quickly translate. May Allah bless you. شكرا لكم. Allah يكرمك. The message was, first and foremost, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. Big thanks for me to be able to say something, and he really welcomed you all, and has said that the main thing to do, and you heard it, you know the word dua. So he said, make dua for the team and for himself. Preparing for Hajj, there's so much preparations involved, there's so much effort involved, there's so much logistics. To make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is the grace and the fadl and the virtue of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only through the permission of Allah and his blessing can we be able to perform Hajj. And so that in and of itself, he's saying, is a blessing, and that make dua for that blessing, make dua for that that fadl and the blessing to have that, and that we can continue to serve the guests of Allah, and that we can prepare well for you, and we are waiting for you, inshallah ta'ala. So that was his message, and we hope to serve you. So may Allah bless Brother Sharif, akramakumullah, jazakumullah khairan. I know he's so busy, and I asked him to come. He's got a lot going on. So thank you so much, Al-Akh Sharif, for jazakumullah khairan. We also have another guest who is also part of um, the operations as well, and he is the business development manager of Seera Group Holding. His name is Mr. Muhammad Yusuf, a wonderful, wonderful person whom I've met many times, and I'm privileged to know him. So I also would like to introduce to ask him, inshallah, to say a few words if you can, and say salam to the pilgrims and introduce yourself in any words, inshallah. أهلا وسهلا.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وخاتم النبيين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Thank you, Sheikh Abul Barakat and my brother Muhtadi for inviting us, and thanks for the brother and sisters have spared some of their times to join this great webinar. It's an honor. It's an honor for us to be with you today, and I am really happy and honored to announce our partnership with Hasan Travel for serving the guest of Allah in the coming Hajj season. And please accept my apology if there is a noise around me, because we are in the Hajj Expo in Jeddah, and there is a lot of crowd and a lot of people coming here to get more information and knowledge. And we will be honored to give you this information and knowledge where you are. So my brother Sheikh Abul Barakat and my colleague Sharif have given some good knowledge and information about preparation of coming Hajj, which is coming, which going very fast, and everybody's working and spare no efforts to conclude the packages, which could be displayed inshallah on Nusuk Hajj platform very soon. I will not be saying dates because still, it is announced, but I don't want to say it in this webinar as long as it might face some delay or a day or another. So we will be through the channels of Hasan Travel, Telegram, and all the channels we have to communicate with brother and sisters. They will be communicating it to you. I would like just to give some more information about how easy you can, inshallah, and by the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, choosing to be one of the Hajji for the year 1446 or the coming Hajj, inshallah. So what I would like to say here is, of course, as my brother said, you have to only buy and get your package through Nusuk Hajj platform. And there is few steps I would urge you to do. First of all, make sure you complete your registration and be patient to receive your qualification and verification from Nusuk team or from the ministry team. Once you are get verified and your IBAN wallet is created, I would suggest and recommend, highly recommend, you start topping up your wallet, because activate wallets somehow at any point of time might be a priority. So please top up your wallet once you get activated. And Hajj this year will be launched into phases or stages of buying. So of course, as happened and as you might heard before, there is always a queue and rush from everybody around the globe to buy and secure his seat for Hajj. So there might be queue, there might be waiting list, but be patient. Inshallah, you will get the chance, and we'll be looking forward to see you in Mecca and Medina, inshallah. One thing I would like to highlight here, please do not panic. Inshallah, there is enough space for you to come, and just follow the steps and the guides given to you by Hasan Travel, and all the steps and what you can do and what you will see and what you will face on the Nusuk platform will be given and instructed to you by Hasan Travel, inshallah. And again, there is a quota, or there is a number of people will be for each country. However, this is what I would like to highlight. There is a time where there will be no quota and there will be no limits for the people, as long as the capacity of the total Hajj from all the world is not completed yet. So be patient, keep trying, because there will always be a time. And what I would like to say here, last year, uh, Haji from United Kingdom was come in double the number. So the country have assigned the number at the beginning. However, the actual number reached to the double of what was assigned in the beginning, which means there is a good opportunity for you, inshallah, by the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to come. And inshallah, we'll be here to serving you. As Sheikh Abul Barakat said, we are in Seera Group and Al Musafir and Mawasim are always looking after quality, and this is one of the reasons we have partnership with a wonderful company with good reputation in the market of United Kingdom to serve Hajjis and pilgrimage from UK. So inshallah, we will do our best, and the whole team everywhere in Saudi will spare no effort to provide you with a seamless Hajj experience. And may Allah accept all your deeds and all your good work, inshallah. Thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to see you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much, Sheikh Abul Barakat. Thank you,
Yeah,
brother Muhtadi.
may Allah
Thank you.
bless you. Yes, we have people, obviously, those of you who are watching from YouTube, there's people watching on the Zoom, and also there'll be the recording people who watch after. Many of them are at work. So inshallah ta'ala, I think that information that we just got direct from our service provider was very important. Brother Muhammad Yusuf from Seera. I just want to summarize what he just said. So just a lot of people might panic and will panic, and it happens, right? But from their experience and from last year, they have seen that those who waited and those who, even at the time when you think it's not possible anymore, there will be a possibility, inshallah, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So ensure that you follow our guidance, and inshallah ta'ala, make dua. I think that's important, and do the necessary steps. So in the coming webinars, we'll be talking about once the packages sort of start coming live, we'll be talking about perhaps ways in which we can ensure that we get our booking, bi'idhnillah. But there will be plenty of space, and even if there's not, I mean, I know it's difficult to use the words phase. Some people use that word today on Telegram, but there will be time when all the quota of the UK is used up, and then what will happen is the world quota will be given to anyone and everyone, and those countries who have the need for more quota will automatically take that quota. So there will be a chance, if not the first time, the second time, third time, however long it takes. And he also kind of alluded to and gave a little hint that maybe even the 20th that was January that was announced, there might be a day or two delay even in that. So that's fine. It's not an issue. We'll wait when the time is ready. When they're ready, we'll be ready, inshallah ta'ala. So we will inform you accordingly, bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So once again, on that note, Hajj 2025 booking timelines. You've seen this. We've shared this as soon as we received the data and the information announced by Nusuk and Ministry of Hajj and Umrah. Brother Muhtadi was with the senior actual direct Hajj Mudir, or we call the head of Nusuk himself yesterday. And I don't know if he said any words to you, Muhtadi. You can say, well, shall I just mention in regards to these dates that were given?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Yes, alhamdulillah, we
By
were,
the
we
way,
were here.
Muhtadi is in Mecca, and he was with the team. He's with the teams in, preparing for this, inshallah, for the Hajj. So, Jazakumullah khairan for coming.
No, alhamdulillah, with Allah's mercy, we've been in Jeddah and Mecca at the Hajj exhibition, expo, sorry. We were at the presentation on Tuesday. Also, yesterday, we had a short time with Mr. Abdullah Jad, who is the head of Nusuk Direct, the whole platform. And they're optimistic that the system will be improved for 2025. And they're working on improvements over the past 2 years. And they've set the target for the service providers to be ready from Monday to slowly update their packages. Now, a lot of the package have already been, updated onto the system, and Nusuk is approving them. And then when 20th of January comes, which is next Monday, they should be slowly displaying them. One thing to note is that it's probably unlikely that every single package will suddenly appear in one go. Like it's live and there's 100 programs, for example. It will come in gradual, like 1 page, 2 page, and it's going to get updated as and when the system verifies and displays them. As Brother Muhammad said, yeah, and there may be that in the morning one service provider's one is ready, in the afternoon another one is coming, and so on. But over the course of that next week, slowly all of the programs should be updated. And shortly after that, what will happen is they will start activating the e-wallets, and we will advise you how to then top up the different methods of payment by card or by bank transfer. But at that particular stage, when the package is displayed, this will be the final itinerary or the package. What you see is what you get. And a lot of people have been calling the office line, the hotline, on message, direct communication, asking brother, sister, can we have the final itinerary, the final date? Now, today we will go over some of the outer dates and the information that we shared previously as well. But it would be probably more productive if we give the packages as they are once they're fully approved and displayed on Nusuk, because that means you'd be able to purchase and buy that package. So we're about 95% there, just that small bit. And we've got everything there, but we're not allowed, or we don't think we should kind of jump the gun or have a false start. And then you can see in the middle that the 9th of February is the target date to start the sales of specified country package sales. What does that mean? That means every single country that has a quota, for example, the United Kingdom, United States, France, Germany, we have a quota set originally for the number of visas allocated for that particular country. So at that time, the group flights, the packages that will have group flights attached to them, will be able to book their packages and immediately start, making their payments and everything, inshallah. And then over the next 4 or 5 days, they will then slowly open up to the global package sale. What does global package sale mean? This means worldwide packages, meaning anyone from any country can then purchase the package. So we have, mashallah, brothers and sisters from America, from Australia, from Europe that want to join with us. If they want to join with us, then from the 14th of February onwards, they'll be able to view and purchase our packages as part of the Hasan Travel Guidance. And as Brother Muhammad said before, that any unused quota, and there are countries that historically are unable to fulfill their quota, or they have less demand for Hajj, but they had a slightly bigger quota than they required. This will then be made available as part of the global package sales. So there should be, we don't like to use the word phases, but it does end up as phases because we'll have a longer selling period, and that will go up until when the visas are exhausted or when the ministry decides to stop. So that's the sort of, so I'm just going to continue now, inshallah.
Barakallah feek. Yeah, barakallah feekum. So in summary, we've shared this with you. Obviously, package viewing, 20th January. This is the date that was given. Again, just to reiterate, it may be even there's some teething issues, some technical issues, and not everyone is actually, in terms of service providers, perhaps ready to sort of display all their packages. And this is something internal, but they are working on it. But this is the target given by the ministry, and they'll work very hard to get to that date, inshallah. So from 20th January onwards, we will start seeing more packages to be updated. 9th February is another date to keep in your mind. that they have announced 10th Sha'ban and 15th Sha'ban. In detail, just to cover this. So package viewing, again, what we are saying here, and I think having a slide is easier, and thank you to the team and Mahir and the team who are working in the background to build these slides. It just makes it easier for everyone to sort of understand and sort of absorb all that information that we're talking about. Sometimes you miss one thing and then it's difficult. So you can screenshot this, all of this, and it will be available on YouTube as well for you to read. So the first point is, as I said, not all, as Muhtadi said, and we're saying not all packages, and Brother Muhammad also alluded to, not all packages will be available for viewing on the 20th of January, but some will start coming in, okay? And then maybe more, all of them will be, but they're kind of telling us the reality, because there's a lot going on in the background. And packages will continue definitely to be loaded for viewing on Nusuk from the 20th January until the booking day, all the way. It will continue, okay? So you might see a package and then tomorrow you see something else better. When we advise you, and if you are, inshallah ta'ala, joining us for this year, for us to be your guides as Hasan Travel, then there will be a plethora or a good amount of packages that we've already given you, different options. So what you will do is then, as they come online, or as they come, as they are uploaded onto the site and we are able to view them, brothers and sisters, then we will inform you that, okay, these are the package that we're guiding on, okay? And we will then inform you of the code and then of that package and the service provider. And then you will be able to then understand, because the question is, for many of you today, how much am I, what is the exact figure? What is the exact date? And that you will know when it's live and it's viewable, and we are able to tell you, because as Muhtadi mentioned, that it has to be showing on the site for us to say, okay, here, this is the one that we are sort of assisting and guiding. So, and then we'll actually provide you with brochures and information, and there'll be videos on it, on how to book and how to add to your cart. All of this is coming, inshallah ta'ala. So we expect the e-wallet to be available for top up around this time. So from Monday onwards, or perhaps a few days after, maybe. And our next webinar, we will provide support and assistance in how to top up and look at the packages. So long as it's there on the site, then we will tell you, okay, this is the code and this is what you need to be looking at if you're looking at the for us to be your guides. So as Muhtadi mentioned, specified country package sales. So it is expected all packages with group flights, that is country specific. So Germany, France, Netherlands, United Kingdom, so the British flag you'll see, or United Kingdom flag, will be available to book on the 9th of February. So we've got a good window of 20 days from the day it's showing. Okay, so that's much later. It'll feel like a long time that you'll be viewing packages, because you're all eager and you're sort of waiting for that moment. Now, just on that note, there's some people sitting here right now watching, and perhaps you haven't even registered, or perhaps you're registered but you're not verified. Absolutely, don't worry. Yani don't worry. Absolutely, you will be verified, inshallah ta'ala. So they're going through the process. There are those of you who are perhaps even for the international sort of foreign passports, right? We've received information they will start this week, okay, onwards. So these kind of things, yani, must be mentioned, because we are, some of us might think, okay, I'm losing hope now because packages are coming out. No, absolutely not. And Brother Muhammad mentioned just now from Seera, group holding, that look, packages will be sold for a long time forward, inshallah. So you have some time, but do what is necessary. You have to tie the camel, do what you need to do, follow up. If you're not being verified, follow up again. Send email if required. We'll talk about that, inshallah, in the Q&A shortly. But
1 second, Brother Mishka. If some others are saying that they can't see the screen, so can I just suggest you stop sharing and share again? Just
very strange. Thank you for mentioning that. May Allah bless you. Let's do that again. Can you see that now? Just confirm that you can see it.
All good, all good.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. If you can't see, I don't know what happened there. So we're talking about the package viewing. So maybe take a screenshot of that. I'll give you about 5 seconds, inshallah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's sufficient time. And specified country package sales. Okay. So we said that it will be available on the 9th of February. There's lots of time between. We're going to have more webinars. We're going to talk about this. Okay. And we're just kind of building you up as and when needed, sort of to give you that information. So no need to panic today, inshallah. When it's booking time, we'll have advice. Our next webinar will be on how to ensure that you get your booking bi'idhnillah, by the permission of Allah. And the global package sales, brothers and sisters, is the 14th of February, which is 15th of Sha'ban, inshallah. That's the target date. So pilgrims that want to join us from worldwide, okay, and I've spoken to some people, mashallah, who are interested in joining Hasan Travel. Inshallah, you'll be able to book through the custom flights, excuse me. And that's known as the GDS, or the custom flights. So what is a custom GDS flight? It's a live flight search booking system on Nusuk. So after you choose your package and your occupancy, you go to the end, because all the packages are excluding flights, right? With the specified country packages, you start with the package, you choose your chosen package. Okay, you say Hasan Travel, this is the code, this is the service provider, this is the code. Okay, I'm happy with this package, inshallah, bismillah. I'd like a triple room with my family, and then Mecca, Medina, and then you go to the end, and then you will get to the point where you choose the flight, and it will have a group flight attached based on the dates that are suitable on that package. You select that and you move forward and you add it to cart, inshallah ta'ala. As for the global package sales, you search at that point. Instead of choosing a group flight, what do? You choose a custom flight and you search within the range of the dates of the package. Now, also, if a package on a group flight, right, on the specified country package, runs out of flights, there's not enough seats anymore, it's been booked up, pilgrims then can still join, brothers and sisters, you can still join a package at the global package sales time, or perhaps and this is as of what information we have. It may be even earlier. You may be able to book custom flights earlier, but as of what we know today, and we will inform you, then you can book through the custom flight or the GDS flight during global package sales. Okay, the live flight search booking system within range, and you will join that same package. The same package will have space, but you can book with customizable or your own flights that are with any airline, so long as it arrives in the destination, set destination of Jeddah or Medina first, whichever one, at the right date and outbound in the right date, matching the package. So that will be an option as well. And that was the case last year. So that's in regards to the timeline of live booking, viewing the packages and then booking the packages. So now we are talking about the tentative package update, or the package updates. We can say package updates. First and foremost, brothers and sisters, confirmed packages will begin to be displayed next week. So all of what we're talking about until today, right, is tentative, right? There are some things, to give you an idea, right? Once you see it displayed on the screen, when you log in, that's confirmed now. Khalas, everything is confirmed. So therefore, full details, as I said, as Brother Muqtadi and all of us, we will share with you accordingly brochure, webinar, and videos once displayed on Nusuk. And package code and names, as I mentioned, will be shown, inshallah ta'ala, next week onwards. So just watch out for that one, and inshallah we will be informing you about the packages. So now we come to just about packages that we've been sort of informing you about. And perhaps I can ask Brother Muhtadi to go through this, if that's okay, from Mecca.
Yeah, so as we've done before, we kind of categorized into four packages just to make it easier for people to understand the options that we have. Now, if you notice on the right-hand side where it says Saudi service provider, before we had a provisional or
Approximate.
approximate price starting from. So we're not going to be saying the prices today because that will be very clear from Monday onwards anyway. What's the final price? So between now and then, it's only 4 or 5 days. It will go very quick, and then we will know what to top up, and we can tell you exactly what the cost is. But we'd like to point out the service providers that we have. So in short, if you look at the 1, 2, and 4 categories, these will be with Abdul Latif Jameel, who is our second Saudi service provider, meaning our other service provider that we're partnered up with. And the Seera Holding Group Mawasim is mainly package 3, which is the luxury and premium shifting programs that we have. Now, package 1 is for people who do not want shifting. For those that are joining new to understand what is shifting, not shifting, we do have some resources. We will share that. But briefly, I will tell you that shifting means having your accommodation during the days of Hajj, which is typically from the 4th to the 14th of the Hijjah. For those 10 nights, will be in Aziziyah. Aziziyah is an area nearby Mina, and you will be in 3-star, 4-star hotel accommodation. A bit basic, but alhamdulillah, it's next to the mashayar, meaning the places of Hajj, and that was where you're going to have your base, and then you will have your main hotel either just after Hajj, like in package 3, or maybe pre-Hajj, potentially in package 2 or package 4. So the exact itinerary, how it will work, this will be fully delivered to you guys from next week, because both Abdul Latif Jameel and Seera Mawasim, they have said to us, look, if we give you something now and you just about digest that, and this time next week we give you something else, there's going to be confusion. You're going to memorize the old stuff and then get confused with the new stuff. So we want to give it as final when it's there, and that would be a lot easier. So with the hotels, I wanted to say, obviously, both sets of companies, both companies, they're catering for across the global audience of Nusuk in the thousands, maybe 2,000-3,000 pilgrims. So they will not be able to accommodate in one hotel only. So they've taken multiple hotels, especially in Medina. And for example, in Abdul Latif Jameel, in their luxury non-shifting, they have a few hotels for various markets, including the US, France, Canada, UK. And based on the information that, the meeting I had yesterday with the brothers as well, it seems that more likely that the allocation for the UK market will be in a combination of the Lataiba and Iman Royal for the Medina Hotel. They do have Anwar Medina Movenpick as well. They will have packages for that, but it may be leaning more towards the US audience. Or if there is, because there's less availability in that hotel, they may only have less rooms in that particular package for the UK. But everything will be clear. We will tell you, for example, package 1, 2, 3, all of Abdul Latif Jameel in luxury non-shifting. These are the ones that you can consider and purchase. And as long as you've registered with Hasan Travel to give you information that you're looking to go on these ones, we can tally up and match the information and make sure that you are put on the guidance and the allocation under the Hasan Travel team. So for Abdul Latif Jameel, Anjum Hotel is their own hotel in Mecca. So for package 1, 2, and 4, as we look at the table, all of their hotels in Mecca will be in the Anjum, which is a short walk from the Haram. And it's very practical, and it's very easy or useful for groups to organize their passengers or their guests. So that would be the Mecca hotel. For the Sorry, did you change the screen? Yes, yeah, I was going to say, so for package 3, and because today our chief guests today were from Seera Mawasim, we'd like to focus a bit more on these programs for today. We have the Jebel Umar hotels in Mecca. In Medina, they have both Valley and View hotels, and they've taken it for the whole season, and they have a combination of minimum 3 nights, predominantly after Hajj. So package 3 will have Medina more towards after the Hajj. Package 1, 2, and 4 will have it before the Hajj, most likely. But there will be small variations. So I don't want to say all packages, the majority is better to say that. But with package 3, they will have, I think, 95% of their packages, and the ones that are suitable for the UK market will be post-Hajj, after you finish your Aziziyah, then your time in Mecca, then your time in Medina. So this is how we traditionally as Hasan Travel used to do our program. We used to do the hard or the focus at Hajj first, then enjoy time in Mecca, post Hajj where we've completed all the the main tasks. We enjoy some time near the Kaaba, doing extra ibadah, and then we go to Medina and finish off and return to the UK. Now, if you can see on the screen here, there are confirmed group flights allocated for by Seera Mawasim, alhamdulillah. So they have a few combinations, ranging from the 31st of May to the 13th of June, which is a shorter. So there is a shorter shifting program, which is 3 nights in Mecca, 3 nights in Medina, and the days of Aziziyah. Then you have the normal 17 to 20 days one, which is going to be 5 to 6 nights in Mecca, 3 nights in Medina, and the days of Aziziyah. So these dates are confirmed, and they will be allocated, inshallah, from specified package release on the 9th of February. So those that are looking to, inshallah, secure their program a bit earlier, or want to be set on these packages with us, then do consider these dates and note them down, because these would be showing on the packages. Now, one thing to note, the combination of the hotels and flights that will be showing on Nusuk, I can't say to you which package will have Conrad and which flight, or which one will have Hilton Suite or which flight, because Seera Mawasim are doing this, and you have to appreciate the way the Nusuk platforming being very agile and open for all the countries to then switch the quota and the worldwide phase and so on. They have to make the packages so that they are using every single bed, because the Ministry of Hajj is saying we want to fill 2 million pilgrims or whatever their target is. And the only way is to utilize every single room and accommodation that they have. Similarly, also to bring the prices more reasonable. Now, what we're seeing this year, the packages are slightly better value, or they are better value than 2024. And it was very interesting. Mr. Abdullah Jad, he mentioned in his presentation on Tuesday that the target from Ministry of Hajj is that over the next few years, they want to increase the efficiency and the economies of scale to bring down the cost of Mina and other things, and to encourage the hotels to work in a way to bring the package prices more affordable and more easier and accessible for people. And this is why, as Hasan Travel, this year we've been studying the market carefully to understand who is the best provider, giving the best value for each what you're paying for, and also what is going to be good given the conditions in the Hajj 2025 market. And we've identified these two service providers. And for today, we're focusing mainly on the Seera one on this slide. And there will, of course, be GDS custom flights on that, because, again, with the capacity, they have, alhamdulillah, quite a few hundred seats on these packages. But they also kept it a bit without seating, because they will have, as we said, people from France, from Germany and US and other places that will want to book similar packages. So the allocation of the flights and everything will be 100% shown on the Nusuk platform when they're ready. And once we have the information, we should be having a heads up and sharing that on our socials, on our Telegram, and we will have dedicated webinars. So, for example, I think the team is going to plan a webinar for example, the shifting packages or the non-shifting, or we may split it into two particular service providers, but this will be communicated and the recordings will be shared as well. But generally, the standard of the package 3, the luxury premium shifting, from the Aziziyah hotel is a lot better standard than potentially the Abdul Latif Jamil. So when people ask what is the difference between each service provider, at the moment it seems that Seera, as you saw, receiving #1 for their service, is they spend a bit more on the quality, which makes a massive difference for the pilgrims. The Aziziyah hotel will be in a better standard, and the Mecca hotel will, of course, be higher. Medina, I would say, similar, but very good hotels as well. But these are the packages that we have, inshallah. So, yeah, if you want to add anything, if I missed anything, Mishkat.
Yeah, just two things. One is, I think it's okay to, since we know that there's confirmed group flights, we can share that it is on Qatar Airways, and going out, because this package 3 is Mecca first. So from London to Jeddah and returning from Medina. This is the majority of these group flights, we can say. So that's one thing to bear in mind. So Qatar Airways is a world-class airline, as you all know, and so alhamdulillah, that's good to hear. Also on the Mina camps, there will be an option of Mu'aisim and Majar al-Kabsh. So this is the two things that I wanted to add. Once again,
No, very important, yes. Yeah. So I think a lot of people did inquire, do you have Majar al-Kabsh? On this particular program, there is an option to select Majal Caption. Now, what we've seen generally, the difference, like there is a difference between if you're taking like for like package, there's about a 5,000 real difference between the two camps, which equates to about 1,200–1,300 pounds. So just to keep in mind though, the capacity in Majal Capture is only about 5,000 globally for the Nusuk platform. So every country will be going for that. And this is why if you look back at our previous webinars, we did say that it will be you know, harder to get allocation on that, but the same package will be available in MySim and in Majal Capture. So those people who don't know the difference, Majal Capture is the camp next to Jamarat. MySim is the traditional European camps that we used to do as organizers before this Nusuk platform, and where I'd say 95% or more of the Nusuk audience will be for 2025 Hajj. So it's perfectly fine, but for those who have mobility or illness or other personal reasons to be nearby, they have inquired with the office, so I'm kind of addressing them first. Then you can consider this package with the Majal camp. Otherwise, the MySim is perfectly fine, and since the last 2–3 years, they're improving more and more.
Jazakallah khair, barakallah feek. I think that's sufficient information. I'm going to move to the next slide. Okay, so we have an announcement now. So some of you have joined and you know already, but from our part, alhamdulillah, we'd like to announce also our Sheikh, beloved Sheikh Yunus is joining us. And he is a graduate of Islamic University of Medina and a Sheikh in London doing a lot of da'wah work, and we work together. He's a colleague of mine and a friend as well. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him. We are honored to have him on board. And inshallah ta'ala, he will be sort of guiding this particular package, a luxury package 3 package, inshallah ta'ala. And what I want for those of you who perhaps like have joined Hasan Travel and spoken to the Sheikh directly and said that you're joining, this is why we've kind of added this slide for you and to acknowledge yourselves as well. So you'll be notified about the package codes and titles or the names of the packages that the Sheikh will be joining when they're available for viewing bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So may Allah bless the Sheikh, and we thank him for also joining us for this year, inshallah, by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Moving on, so that's for the brothers and sisters and the students. I have many students as well, and you know, we are involved in teaching and da'wah in UK, so it's important that we make that announcement. So jazakumullah khairan. Now moving on to our official partner, also Abdul Latif Jameel, Hajj service provider. In the Hajj Expo, obviously, this is the company and this is the head of operations or the business operations manager, Brother Saeed Badawi, and this is Abdul Latif Jameel here. So we have also connected with them, and I'm not going to go through the package per se. Muhtadi has covered some things about the package, and you all have a kind of an idea about the packages that we are working to assist with. There will be a plethora of packages, by the way, from Abdul Latif Jameel and from Seera, but we will be supporting and assisting some particular packages. However, if you decide to book any other package, that is fine as well. Okay, so from the service provider, that's no problem. So why did we bring this? What was the discussion here? What is the point of bringing up Abdul Latif again? We just wanted to give you some confirmed sort of group flights, so because for your dates. So in front of you is the dates. If you're looking at the package 1, 2, or 4, these are the dates that we have that are confirmed. A mixture of Egypt Air, Saudi Airlines, and Wizz Air. So these will be showing inshallah, but which package will be on what airline we cannot say at the moment. So these are the dates that you want to look at: 28th May to 10th June, 27th May to 10th June. So perhaps take a screenshot of this if you want. But look, ultimately, if somebody's coming from Manchester, if some of you are joining from up north and you'd like to fly from Manchester, 26th May to 12th June is also available. but all of the packages on with Abdul Latif Jameel, or majority we can say, will be Medina first, as opposed to Seera. So they're two different. One is the traditional where you go to Mecca first, perform the Hajj. Okay, you go to Aziziyah, perform the Hajj, then go to your hotel in Mecca near to the Haram, which is with Seera, we just discussed, and then final destination before coming back to home, going to Medina. As opposed to here, you go to Medina first, and then you come into Aziziyah or your respective hotel, the Anjum hotel, and then for those who are shifting, you go to Aziziyah, and after Hajj, then stay in your hotel in Anjum, and then come back to your home, inshallah. So the combination of packages and flights will be dependent on how they're displayed on Nusuk upon approval. So again, all of this is just like more information for you to sort of just, if you have dates that you're looking for in particular, and just to sort of, as and when we receive and when we confirm something, we will tell you that. So I think the best thing is, as Muhtadi mentioned, when it goes live and when they're uploaded, you will receive a brochure with the codes and everything in detail. And then we'll have another webinar and we'll discuss each and every package in detail once it's all confirmed, bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So quick reminder that things will move fast, and if necessary, if we see that it's necessary to have a webinar, say for example tomorrow, we will message on the Telegram group and we will send out through our different communication channels, WhatsApp or email or text, whichever way we will inform you. So be aware, be ready, and always check your Telegram. Now, I want to say something to brothers and sisters who are watching today. For those who attended before, many of you, in fact, have filled in the hasantravel.com/Hajj 2025. I'd like you to, for those who have filled it perhaps a month ago, if you kindly could fill in the form again, since we are asking for more details of every passenger, and use the lead passenger details. I know those who have done it, that's fine. Those who have completed it, that's fine. But it is imperative that we have that information so we can assist you and match your booking with yourself, and ensure that the right person we are connected to the right people, and that is any troubleshooting issues, anything, we have that data. Last year what happened is we couldn't access the data. It took them 2 weeks after booking for us to get that data, and it was very difficult. So from now, if you provide us with that data, then inshallah we're able to have that on hand and be able to guide you properly, inshallah. So from now, just a recap: update your passenger details. We need that done. If you've already completed this form where you have uploaded your passport, that's fine. You don't need to. Yeah, we're talking about directly to Hasan Travel, not to hajj.nusuk.sa. If you haven't, please kindly fill that in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. It will make it much easier for us. So we appreciate that it can take time, and it's a bit of a hassle, but all of these forms, as I mentioned in previous webinars, make it much easier for logistics for us and for us to deliver for you, inshallah ta'ala. Again, I want to reiterate, many of you have been contacting me. You can contact me. Sometimes if I don't reply myself, there's brother Sharif and brother Yusuf, Muhammad Yusuf, call me by the name of Abul Barakat. So actually that's my proper name, or my passport name, and Sheikh Mishkat is the name that I'm known by in the community. So in the Arab community, Arabs know me as Abul Barakat, and if I work as an imam, and also in the Arab community, they know me as Abul Barakat. This is my name, so don't get confused who he's referring to. That was myself. So my name here is Mishkat. So what you can do is, if you contact me, sometimes I may be in a lecture or I'm teaching or something like this, so it's not a problem. I will get back to you. But I'm full-time here with you as well. And it is quite strange, obviously, as an imam, also I'm involved in the logistics, and sort of involved in Hasan Travel sort of management and support. It is because bifadlillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala, with only Allah's fadl and virtue we have and blessings, I have been involved in Hajj since a very young age. So if we have that information, it is and we have the experience, it's always better that the one who has experience comes in the in the front and speaks. And inshallah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept it from us and grant us years to come to serve the Hujjaj, to serve the pilgrims. So you can contact me, you can contact Brother Muhtadi Maher. These are senior people. The Hajj hotline is available as well. Sometimes you're getting calls on this 885 number. It's not a personal number, it's a business number. So save that as Hasan Travel. That's the Hajj hotline. So if you get a call from this 885, in fact, if you can say that, sometimes we may call you and you think it's actually someone else, to be honest, it happened to me. Please do save that number. It makes it easier. People like WhatsApping and texting. Nowadays, WhatsApp is the way to go, or the way to contact. So that's why we're using that number. Call 0207 702 1709. Any questions, anything you need, please ask. And apologies if I haven't got back to you, but I will, if somebody has contacted, I do usually get back straight away after if I'm busy with something. So now there are some issues, but and lingering issues, and there are some troubleshooting that we need to do, and we need to talk about this today. Okay, but before we do so, alhamdulillah, I hope this session was beneficial, as all the webinars I hope are beneficial for you all. We're going to go to Q&A, but before we go to Q&A, I'd like you to register for our next webinar, Wednesday, 22nd January. We're thinking of holding a Wednesday as opposed to Thursday, due to the fact that it may be a bit too late after the packages sort of start going on on Nusuk, so and start displaying. You cannot book next week or the week after. Just to confirm, there's no booking happening until February. Okay, so now it's just viewing packages, and packages will continue to be loaded, just to repeat to everyone. Now, if you're looking to travel, inshallah, with us this year, we have lots and lots of stuff, lots of webinars all throughout until Hajj. We'll be doing, we'll physically be also sort of arranging a seminar where you can come in and meet us all, meet the team, meet the family, and inshallah we start that journey together to Hajj bi'idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. So please register. There's the QR code, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll send the link. I think it gets sent, Mahir, I'm not sure, at the end.
Inshallah, we'll send it as soon as possible, either tonight or tomorrow.
Once again, this is so that, because what happened, people were asking about the webinar details, and each session, we have it at the end, but we thought we'll ask for you to do that before we go to Q&A, because it gets really, a lot of questions, and then we kind of lose our sort of standing. So, okay, so we have 20 minutes, inshallah, of Q&A. We'll target 8 o'clock close. Last week, we went all the way to 8:30 or 8:40. So let's target 20 minutes. This is the Q&A, and I'll ask Mahir to take over. Jazakumullah khairan, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it. And inshallah, I hope that was informative, and it was really nice to see in face, the service provider themselves. And, it's a really serious thing. It's not just Hajj is such a amana, it's a trust. So for those involved in delivering the Hajj, it's a big job on hand. So he asked for dua. Brother Sharif asked for dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for him and the team, and Brother Sa'id Badwi and all those involved. Without the dua of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing can, and the fadl and the virtue and the what we say, the permission of Allah and the tawfiq of Allah, nothing can be a success. So far, we pray they've been very successful. We've been very successful. This team up, inshallah, will be a beautiful team up that we can deliver beautiful Hajj, inshallah ta'ala. So with that, I'll ask Mahir to, I'll pass it on to Mahir. Jazakumullah khairan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. as per our previous webinars, we have the Q&A function within the chat. So if you go to your Zoom app, you should see at the bottom the Q&A function. So if you want to type your questions, some of the team will be answering them there, or we will kind of take some of those questions live. In addition, you have the chance to raise your hand. If you raise your hand, we'll give you the option to kind of ask your question in person, so that, you know, one of our team can answer it. Just before I do start, I just want to make clear the webinar next week we've put on Wednesday because we feel we have ample time, and we hope that the packages that we are, you know, guiding inshallah are live. But there may be a scenario where it comes earlier, and in that scenario we may make the webinar a day earlier, maybe Monday evening or Tuesday evening. But this will be dependent on what happens next week. So do stay informed in the Telegram groups and be ready to kind of join webinars next week, because it will be important. You know, we'll be able to share confirmed details as displayed on Nusuk with you and start guiding you towards booking the right packages. Okay, so I have Sister Samira. Let's put her hand up. Sister Samira, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Samira. No. Available. Okay, I'll move on. Brother Muhammad. Brother Muhammad's got his hand up. Assalamu alaikum. You'll need to unmute. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Muhammad.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
So me and my friend, we want to go on Hajj together. We have
Inshallah.
both registered with Hasan Travel, and we both registered on a separate Nusuk account. Now, do we need to combine them, or are we okay to just do it as individuals? Inshallah.
Study if you take that.
Okay, Jazakallah for your question. So I think you said there's two of you that want to go together and you have separate accounts. On practical terms, it's better if you link your account. If you go under your My Profile, then on the left-hand side, there's a button that says My Family. Then you can add family member, where you will put in the email address of the registered person that you want to join, and then they will send an OTP, a one-time password to that person, and it will link. By doing that, when you book, whoever's going to be the main applicant, they can book and secure the package for both of you on the same program, which means you will travel on the same day, stay in the same hotel, and then it's easier for the service provider and us to make sure that you're put on the same buses and rooms and so on. If you book separately, there's a small risk, or there's a potential risk of you mistakenly booking the wrong program, as what happened in 2023 with a family. They were separate, they forgot to join it, and then they were a different program. It was very difficult to internally get them on board together. So please do join.
Yeah. So in short, link it is better. Yeah.
If you need help with that, give me a shout on Saturday or on Sunday when I'm back in the UK, and we can help you.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah khair. I think it's brother or sister Kayoko Masuda. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam wa rahmatullah.
I read the Q&A, and then we can pay the over the counter. But I heard even though using the online, if it's bank transfer, it takes time to reflect to the system. I mean, NUSC system. I wonder, is that true?
With bank transfers, especially international transfers to Saudi Arabia, we do many of those for our Umrah and also Hajj. Everybody will have an e-wallet. The e-wallet will have an IBAN. IBAN means international bank account number. This is dedicated to the lead person on the account. If you ask your bank to send the money to this particular IBAN with the SWIFT code, there'll be an IBAN and a SWIFT code. It's like your account number and sort code number equivalent. The money will go into that account. That does take anything between 3 to 5 working days, depending on your bank. But you have to check with them the charges and so on. But you'll have plenty of time. When it gets activated from potentially next week until the 9th of February, you'll have at least 15 to 20 days to do that. And if you need support, we can help you in the office.
Yeah, just to confirm, over the counter, there's no payment. There's no cash.
No,
payment.
so if she went to her bank account, to her bank, say that was HSBC, provided her IBAN, said from my account, transfer to this IBAN, the bank will do it on your behalf, but they may
Yeah.
charge, your conversion might be a bit weaker, but they can do that. But it takes international payments to take anything between 1 to 3 days or 3 to 5 days, depending on your bank. And remember, there's weekends in Saudi, there's weekend in UK. So then you can have up to even 7 days delay for it to reflect.
Jazakallahu khairan. Now, in case I misunderstood, but you know, because there are people who ask me this question, obviously they do not accept cash, so you can't pay anyone in UK.
There's
Previously
no cash
they
payments.
offered that. Previously it was offered by Nusuk, but now it's not possible. So it's just the bank transfer and the card payments. Now we will have a webinar on that in detail.
We'll do a demo on that.
Yeah, we'll do a demo, inshallah.
Okay, and in any case, the trip is not realized in this year. The amount we have paid will be carried over to the next year.
You may carry it over to 2026 if you like. Or a lot of people, they press the refund or withdraw funds button and you put in your bank details and they take the money back into their account just because they feel like it's safer rather than leaving it for that long time. But if you do refund, there is a minimum, I think 1 to 1.5% transaction Nusuk platform fee that will charge you, plus any conversion or change in the exchange rate when it comes back from reals into pounds into your account. So keep that in mind. But you can leave it in your account.
Yeah.
Whether it's a good thing or not, we can discuss this later. We'll see. Inshallah, it doesn't come to that. Inshallah, you get your space. So we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Inshallah. لكن
Jazakumullah khairan.
وإياكم بارك الله فيك. I can just confirm that there are some pilgrims who actually from last year have money in their account and they are joining or they're here for this year as well. So it is possible. But again, that discussion can inshallah happen. La samahullah, God forbid, then inshallah you get your place bi'idhnillah.
We have Sister Safina Hussein. Assalamu alaikum. If you can unmute. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Safina. No, okay, we'll move on. Again, Sister Samira's put her hand up. Last time we couldn't hear you. If you unmute and ask your question, please. Sister Samira, assalamu alaikum. Oh, Sister Safina has unmuted. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Safina. No, you can't hear anything. Okay, I'll move on. We have a few questions in the chat. So somebody's asking, do I need to be registered with certain providers before purchasing a package, or does it not matter which package I choose at the time of purchase? So the question there, Sheikh, is basically, does the pilgrim need to register with, for example, an agent or provider before?
So you don't need to be registered with any. When you say registered with certain providers, if I've understood it to be Hajj agencies, then no. Like ourselves, Hasan Travel, we have to be honest and we have to say that look, you can book directly on hajj.nusuk.sa. What is our role? We're here to support you and to assist and also be on the ground with you. So we are the support, we are the liaison, if troubleshooting, sort of our experience is what you're putting your trust into. So this is so then that's why you register with us, and then that's why they will assign the service provider us to you, you to us, and then we will guide you throughout. But if it means you registered with certain providers before purchasing, in terms of the service providers, as in the Saudi companies, there's no registration with them currently. If you're talking about preferred category or preferred service provider, that doesn't matter. If you've put anyone, you can always change at any time. It doesn't, at the time of purchase, you can change. I hope that answers the question. Another question, perhaps I can answer. Yeah, what was the question? Yeah, it says here, will there be any other non-shifting packages that you will guide on, please? Jazakallahu khairan. So currently we have the one which is, there are other packages that will be shown, but we are pushing for this, the ones that we have selected. So the first one is obviously with Abdul Latif Jameel, which is the Anjum non-shifting package. And I can assure you that it will be one of the most, in terms of price, it will be a very good price comparatively to other non-shifting packages that are 5-star. Reason being, anything in the clock tower or beside that, it will be a little bit more dearer. It is always the case. And the UK market, as in Europe and UK, where the pilgrims in Umrah, we can see the shift from a lot of pilgrims are staying in Anjum Hotel and the likes hotels beside it, but the clock towers will be significantly more expensive. So this is why, keeping that in mind, we have kind of pushed for Anjum Hotel, and we have a relationship with them. You have to understand as well, when we're working in Hajj, relationship is important. And so if we have a relationship with the service provider, we're able to deliver better, inshallah, a smoother Hajj. So the answer in short is, right now we have this. There will be another option with Voco Premium if you're looking for a cheaper non-shifting package. Even on Abdul Latif Jameel, there'll be non-shifting other packages. But if you book on them, it's fine. It's not an issue. We can still support you until you go to Hajj, but afterwards, and perhaps even in Mina, we can if you let us know, and that's not a problem. I hope
I
this.
think I wanted to jump in that, and this is important. It goes back to the last question you mentioned about registering with us. The reason why we asked you for the information as well is so that when the service providers get they will of course have the data. We have our dashboard and everything, but to best allocate the pilgrims and who they want to go with in terms of guidance, and mashallah, you've placed trust, you've spent the energy and time with us, then they will see that, okay, these brothers and sisters really want to go with Hasan Travel. So even if they're not on the preferred package that we wanted to lead upon, they can still allocate and, put them potentially with us in Mina and so on. Or if we see that there's higher numbers, we will allocate our staff there as well, not an issue. But what we didn't want to do is come with 20 options, because all service providers, and I'll reiterate this, all service providers this year, based on the instructions of Nusuk, they want to bring the price down and the availability and make it more options. They're going for more generic things. So this is why the Latif Jameel, or ALJ for short, what they've done is they've done a lot of their packages Medina first. So when you get Medina out the way, then you can, they've taken the whole season for that time. So if you do your 3 nights in Medina, you come to Mecca, you can then leave on your shorter dates or whatever, because you're more flexible, because you've got Medina out the way. Because had you had Medina at the end, then you would have to come, you can only come as late as possible to Mecca, and then you still have to do some time there and then go to Medina. So there's certain reasons why they've done it. And actually, when you look at it from an organizer point of view, it does make sense on both programs. And we will communicate this from next week, inshallah. So keep an open mind, and we wouldn't be pushing something if we didn't feel that it's not good for the pilgrim, inshallah.
Okay. Jazakallah khair. Just a reminder, there are people also watching on our live stream on YouTube, so you can use the chat function in YouTube to kind of to ask your questions there, and we will try to answer them, inshallah. Okay, Hamna Chaudhry has a hand up, or his hand up. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, barakallahu feekum. I just wanted to ask, do the custom flights tend to be cheaper than the group package flights?
It's a good question. It's all depending on availability and depending on, as you know, with any flights. So, for example, in very busy periods, okay, like when in summer holidays in December, when we book, everybody wants to travel on those dates. So the prices of the package, the flight jumps up. So initially it might be a lower amount, but no Hajj ticket is under, we can assure you, will be under, like £1,000 or anything like that. That's not how Hajj works. And there's a certain sort of pricing, what we alluded to it in a previous webinar Muhtadi did, in regards to sort of certain fare codes. So airlines have certain fare codes. Hajj fare is a different fare. That's one thing to bear in mind. But what I can say is, the flights that we've secured with both of our service providers this year, that they have secured, I can say to you, they've mentioned to us, and the price is very, very competitive. So waiting for a custom flight might, for cheaper is, my advice to you, don't do that. If you find something that's on a group flight, the price is very good, inshallah. As we mentioned, with Seera, it's Qatar Airways, and the price is below £1,500, and for Hajj, that's really good. And with the connection with Medina as well, so you don't have to go to Jeddah again. So these things are plus points, and you can just add them to your cart and carry on. But again, I don't know if that answers your question. So it will only go higher. There's a set marker where it's a price, you know, subject to availability. Once the availability becomes less and less, the demand increases, so therefore the price, then it's only business class seats, for example, then it's 2,000. It can go up to 1,700, 1,800, 19. Last year we saw people paying 2,200 for a ticket, you know, 1,900 pounds searching. Some people got it for £1,000, £1,200, but right in the beginning, if everybody's trying to fight for those seats, you're kind of like risking it. Whereas if you know that this is the price, but having said that, there will be availability from multiple airlines, and so you know, for me to say something definitively is very, very tough, very tough. But I think you can, if you have an idea of the group flights, then maybe you can see, okay, these are the options.
Jazakumullahu khair.
Yeah, I hope that
That's
answers.
lovely. We move on. Mayana Toki, I think it's Sister Mayana Toki. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
Can I just add to, since we're talking about airlines, I saw a question, would there be options for Saudi Airlines, or is it mainly airlines with stopovers? So I'm answering that question. Yes, we mentioned before, there will be Saudi Airlines, Qatar Airways, Egypt Air, Emirates, and Wizz Air. I think Wizz Air is direct, isn't it, Muhtadi?
Yeah, there's a new service from London Gatwick, new aircraft, which is starting from March.
Directly, so no stopovers as well. But Saudi, can I just add, is a brilliant airline. Only thing is, it's very, very expensive. So just be aware of that. So that's the highest, one of the highest in Saudi. Saudi Airlines is usually the higher sort of end of you know, seats. Last year, I think it was 8,500 riyals a seat at a time. So you're talking about maybe £2,000 for a flight. So be aware of that. Hope that answers your question.
Sister Mayana, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Salaam.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thank you.
Thank you. And my question is in regard to this package. I'm traveling with my mom. So the package will be per person if I select a luxury one. So my mom and I, so both we need to pay like 9,000 or 10,000 per person, or it will be different?
Ready?
Yes, so the packages that will be displayed from next week onwards will be the pricing, and before you can purchase them, we'll do a demo. This is how it looks. Where it's a double, triple, quad, when you do plus, like for one passenger, and you do plus two for two passengers, it will total. So the price of two people will come up. So if it's £9,000, it'll be £18,000 for two people, and so on. So, but they will display on the brochures per person. But when you come to your basket or your total, the number of people on your application, there's 4 people or up to 8 people. When you select up to 8 beds or 4 beds or whatever the number of people in your family or your group, it will show you the final, including nusuk fees, VAT, taxes, all of that. And then that final button, where it says book now, that's what you pay.
Perfect. So it doesn't make any difference. It will be the same 9,000 per person.
No, so
doesn't
it depends on the
if
room
it's a
occupancy.
family
So if
member.
I understand the different angle of your question, if you're saying if there's 2 of you, if you both went on a quad sharing, that would be cheaper. With
Yeah.
you two with another 2 sisters, that would be cheaper than if you and your mother took a room for yourselves. So the difference for double occupancy, triple occupancy, and quad occupancy, meaning 2 in a room, 3 in a room, 4 in a room, will differ in prices. Double is always more. Quad is the cheapest.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
You'll find all of these details, you know, the exact prices very soon anyway. So once you know the prices, yeah, we will show a video on how to also choose and select and put into your cart, and then we'll provide you a brochure and more details, inshallah.
Thank you.
Barakallah feek.
Assalamu alaikum. So one of the brothers, Taha, Assalamu alaikum. Apologies, I missed the first half of the webinar. Are the prices for the packages confirmed? So I think if you just reiterate the point that we've been making.
Yeah, just to confirm, brothers and sisters, prices will be, it's better to just wait until the packages go live on Nusuk and they are viewable. Once you know the price, then they will open the e-wallet for you to top up accordingly. Right now, we gave tentative prices before. Again, just to give you an idea, and we said that if it's triple or double, it will be a little bit more. Say not actually, if it's a double, it'll be a little much more in terms of like £1,000 at least, or £2,000 more sometimes. Yeah, the prices have not been released or confirmed, brother. But just hold up a little bit and you'll know. Go by our webinar 4 and 3. Webinar 3 and 4, we had a table with some prices just to give an idea, quad occupancy, just to give you sort of an fikra or an idea. Then you can plan ahead. But once the prices are clear, then you should have no issue. You shouldn't have no issue. You know exactly what it is, and we can talk about it in our webinar. We'll have a webinar on that, inshallah. How many riyals, how many pounds, exactly everything we will discuss, inshallah.
Brother Farouk, Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاكم الله خير. So
وإياكم.
I've got consideration of going with Nusuk, with Hasan Travels, or going with my home country. Well, I'm sort of leaning towards the home country option because I feel like the process is just simpler. I just want to ask, with regards to booking flights, can I book Lufthansa Saudia from the UK, or it has to be Qatar Airways? How do I know which flight is Hajj flight?
No, so if you're booking, when you say you're booking, brother, first and foremost, assalamu alaikum, thank you for asking the question. I'm just, is the question about you booking outside of the Nusuk platform, the flight? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm booking outside of the Nusuk platform, but I'm not going with Nusuk itself. So I'm going registering for the
Where
Hajj
would
with
you
my
get the
home
visa
country.
from? This is my question. From your home country?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're asking about technical detail. What you can do is give us a call tomorrow, and we can answer that question in detail. Would that be okay, bro?
Okay. Yeah,
because
that's fine.
It's a question related to airline tickets. Yeah. Okay. Inshallah. May Allah bless you.
Jazakumullah.
Jazakallah khair.
Okay, we have some questions in the chat. Salam, please can you let me know if there is a 14-day package with Makkah first, then Medina? I want this package. So just in terms of our options, if you could give some advice.
The package Makkah first 14 days. Okay, so the Makkah first 14 days program. So there is an option with Seera and Abdul Latif Jamil, they have variations of maybe up to 10 variations of their packages. They do have some, but the hotels that they have a little bit further away. So we wanted to push the ones that are a bit closer. We originally did plan on having the one, say for example, that we had last year, which was Makkah first, which was a 5-star hotel nearby, and then Medina. But the way the pricing structure this year was, it was going to be very unreasonable, around 16,000 pounds per person. And as you'll all agree, that's not really within most people's capacity. So we have to go with what the audience is requiring. So for now, no, we will next week, inshallah, give you a selection of the packages, meaning the preferred ones. If there's any other ones that come to mind, because Abdul Latif Jamil does have a program where they have Makkah and then Medina, but it's more for the American audience. And in the worldwide phase, they said we have the option to potentially book that, but it may get a bit, we have to understand the availability and then also the logistics to make sure that one of us will be assigned to it and so on. So I don't want to discount it completely and say no. At the same time, I would say if you stick to the preferred ones that we're pushing or leaning towards, it will be better to benefit from our full team's guidance, inshallah.
There is also the option, inshallah, with Seera and shifting to go on 14 days, correct?
Yes, we have. You will have 3 nights in Mecca, 3 nights in Medina, and that's about 9 nights so it's 14 nights, 15 days. You'll have a few days in Azizia, 2 days before Hajj, 5 days of Hajj, 2 nights, and then that would be probably the best one to go for then, the ones that we've identified.
There's a question. A member of my family is still under verification. We submitted the application back in October. There has been no progress, no email. The member has a Bangladeshi passport. Will the account be verified? So this is for foreign passports.
Okay, so we actually, the Nusuk team and Tashir who deal with the verification of the accounts for Nusuk, they've been informed, or they've been re-told by all the Hajj guides and the Saudi providers at the Hajj Expo, and I was there last few days. And I know also people from the British Foreign Office as well that were there. They also raised this, that people who are residents of the UK, who have residence permit, who have share codes, who have BRPs, who have indefinite leave, spouse visa, or any sort of limited leave visa where they are living in the UK as a resident, but not holding the UK passport nationality, and perfectly eligible for doing Hajj over all these last 15, 20, 30 years, they have not been verified yet, and they haven't started verifying them. And what they said was, inshallah, very soon they will work on this and get through that. Now, up until last Monday, many British passports were not verified. And between Monday and Wednesday, you saw many accounts were getting verified. And still there's plenty to go through. So I don't have the rough figures, but I think up until last week, it was maybe only about 60% got verified, and there was a lot more still to go. But they're working through it. Now we are pushing. We have told our service providers there are people who are connected with the Nusuk and the tech people, and they said they will get round to doing it. Now we obviously trust that there's going to be true. So any changes in that we'll communicate. But right now we don't have a time when that will be done. So you just have to wait. As long as your document is correct, as long as you've uploaded everything, it'll be okay. So in short, you just have to wait, unfortunately. So there's no one that we know within all of the service providers that has verified as a non-British passport with a UK residence visa.
And they need to hold up a little bit. That's all they said.
I hope that's clear. One of the brothers or sisters have mentioned, could we share the questions here to Telegram afterwards? Inshallah, I'll have a look at the functionality. If we can download the questions that have been asked and the responses to them, inshallah, we'll try and find a way to post that in Telegram if it's possible from Zoom. I'm not sure about the functionality, so I can't confirm an answer with you, but we'll look into it, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Brother Taha has asked, so if the prices are confirmed next week, I guess I can top up the e-wallet with the correct amount for the packages instead of a rough figure.
Yes, of course. From next week, when the package that you identify that you want to go on, inshallah, with the ones that we are guiding on, then please do top up your wallet. At the moment, the wallet button is not working. When they activate it, and we assume it will be at the same time when they make the packages live, you can go ahead and top up your wallet by card or by bank transfer, whichever one works for you. In terms of if you are going for a group flight, then your price will be fixed. You know exactly what to top up. Please, can everyone keep in mind, and we will go through this later, when you pay by bank transfer, you have to send minimum 30 to sometimes 50 riyals extra on a bank transfer, because there is a deduction by the interbank or the receiving bank. And then you might have, say, you're trying to top up 40,000 riyals, but 30 riyals got deducted and only 39,970 got there, and you can't purchase your package for the sake of £7-8. So we will give you guidance on this on next week's window when we're ready to discuss the wallets, but you will know your figures. For custom flights, you won't know what the rates are, but when they start displaying the packages, if it goes like 2024, you'll be able to play around with the packages and see what the ballpark figure is. That's if they allow the same as 2024 functionality, then you'll be able to see the package prices. But always top up a little bit more on your custom flight, because when the bookings go live, the demand will go up and your ticket may go up 50, 60, £100 even. So it's always safe. And we will mention this in the future webinar, how to top up your wallet.
There's another question. My mother still hasn't been verified. If I email them, will you be able to escalate it quickly? But just some advice on raising a support ticket.
Okay, so with Nusuk, with anything that you're unsure of, the quickest way is to raise a ticket, email them, you'll get incident number or a ticket number, and they will then have to respond to you. If you want us to escalate it, give us a screenshot of that ticket number by email or on Telegram privately to the admins. Say, this is my ticket number, my incident number, and this is the problem that I have. We will then tell, there's dedicated people in each service provider that goes through Muraja, or they do checks with the Nusuk team daily or as and when required, and they will at least push it for us. And then this worked quite well in the past 2 years.
Another question. I'm living out of the UK. Do I need to fly to the UK by arranging a flight outside of Nusuk? So some advice around if people want to join a group flight with us versus joining a global package flight.
Yeah, so if you're taking a group flight with the Nusuk package that is from the UK, then of course you can take any flight and join from London, or if it's Heathrow or Gatwick, whichever airport that is showing on that flight, you can come there and join. But if you wanted to do a custom flight, for example, you're British and you live in Dubai or Qatar or somewhere, and you want to fly in, then you can do it on the worldwide phase, do a custom flight and travel in and still book the package as a British national. So I don't know if the question was more about joining our group flight from UK and traveling from another country, or whether you live in another country and you want to fly from there direct. But both are allowed.
Khair. I think we've gone through the majority of questions. I know the Sheikh is answering a question in the chat. We have one more. When booking packages, can I not just choose the hotel packages without flight, then book my flights outside of Nusuk, like buying flights on Skyscanner?
Unfortunately, the whole reason why they've done this is so that the service provider has the information of your arrival so they can deliver their package to you. If you book your own flight on Skyscanner, number one, it will probably not be a valid Hajj flight, so you may have difficulty or denied boarding, as what used to be the case when it was organized by Hajj operators like ourselves pre-Nusuk. Secondly, how will they know that you're arriving at 2 a.m. in the morning in Jeddah or Medina to then give you the transport and put you in the right accommodation? So there's rules and regulations. The whole Nusuk audience and mechanism is made so that everything is done through the Nusuk platform. What you book on Nusuk is what you get, and you have to book on that platform. There are some packages, I must say, last year, I think they released late, where some service providers had some availability of rooms where they sold for certain countries, not the UK, so like for example, Australia or other places where the flights were difficult. They sold package only with no flights. So then it was up to that individual and they were permitted to buy their own flights. But that will not be the case for UK most likely. And if it is, the quota will definitely exhaust before it gets to that. So please book your package on Nusuk, group flights or custom flights.
Can I just add to that point? Is there a situation, is there a requirement in terms of the visa to have all of your all parts of your travel booked and shared with the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah in order to provide that visa?
Yeah, so your Hajj visa is valid. Your Hajj package is valid as through Nusuk. So your components. So you can only stay in your accommodation that you booked on Nusuk. You can only travel on your flight that you booked on Nusuk, and your visa is only used. Obviously, your Hajj visa can be used to enter the country. Now, some people say, for example, I want to stay in my apartment. I want to stay in a friend's house, and so on. And we've had these questions before. I think someone called me last week as well. That's not allowed. There's strict checks on movement within the kingdom, and also they're very strict on the arrivals and so on. Departure is a different matter though. If you wanted to leave early, for example, you've booked a 3-week package because it was cheaper than booking a 2-week package, and after Hajj you decided to buy your own Skyscanner ticket and leave, no problem. But it's the arrival into Saudi Arabia and your immigration that's very important.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. We've answered the majority of the questions in the chat, and we don't have anybody else with their hands up. Just a reminder, we have put in a session next week on Wednesday at 6:30. Inshallah, we hope by that time the packages that we will be supporting and guiding with our service providers will be able to share the full details, including how you can view them on Nusuk. There may be a scenario where we bring the webinar forward one day or 2 days. We will communicate that information within the Telegram groups, and we'll send out emails. But generally, we ask everybody, next week's webinar is extremely important to understand full and final package details, including, inshallah ta'ala, the prices. So please do register from now. We'll also send out information on this with in Telegram and on emails and on our WhatsApp channels. Jazakallahu khairan. Is there anything else, Sheikh?
I want to just say thank you to everyone for joining today. Again, I hope it was informative. It was an honor to have our guests from Seera, our partner, Seera Group Holding. From now, we will be talking about the service providers that we're working with, Abdul Latif Jameel and Seera Group Holding. These two names you'll hear a lot from us, so be acquainted, be familiar with them. So when you select your package, you'll know. We will guide you and we will give you the information of which service provider will be holding which package or connects with which package. Also, I want to just extend my thanks to all of the people involved in preparing all of this webinars and all the background work that's going on. I must thank them, and may Allah bless you all. I hope any questions that you have, please, reach out to us, and we're here to support you. We have, inshallah, many more sessions to come, and each time it will be as and when needed. There is also some of our, the CEO and shuyukh that are attending and watching live, and I want to apologize for not giving them the chance to say a few words. We are over time, so we want to close it for now. But in the next coming webinars, once the package details have come through, we will ask our scholars to come forward and again speak, inshallah. But for now, once again, thanks to everyone. Jazakumullahu khairan. May Allah reward you all. And we'll close it for today, if that's okay. Maher, any other things?
No, we have a couple of hands up. Please do ask your questions in the Telegram group or give us a call.
Yeah,
or
you can
message
call
us
me directly,
inshallah.
or Brother Abdul Majid, if you just call me directly, or Muqtadi, or any of us, or the hotline. Jazakumullah khairan. So we'll end there for today, and we'll see you next Wednesday, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you for joining.
Alaikum assalam.
May Allah bless you all. May Allah bless you all. Assalamu alaikum.